there is a provision in the probate code and in the motor vehicle code, I think both, that basically tells us that we don't have to probate a vehicle. There's a whole other DMV specific process for transferring a vehicle from a dead person to the living. It doesn't require probate court. However, if there is a probate, then you got to bring the vehicle into the probate. We always tell our clients, don't bother with retitling your cars. Now that you've created a trust, it's not necessary. They won't have to go through probate, but you do have to make sure that you retitle everything else. Because, if there's a $200,000 bank account hanging outside of the trust, there's going to be a probate and the cars will get pulled into the probate. So the answer is it depends. But yeah. you don't have to retitle your cars as long as you are confident that you're going to take care of everything else correctly.
Yeah. Or if you're Jay Leno and, you have 100 cars, or you have significant value cars, like cherry condition vehicles that you've restored and that are worth a pretty penny. You can see them on Mecum Auto Auction, things like that. Those you should probably retitle.
Go ahead. Yeah. Those are worth retitling.
Yeah. Or most of RVs.
Us. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because RVs are very valuable.
Those big Class A bus like RVs, that's like a home. They're like $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 and you can resell them for well over the probate threshold.
Yeah. So, so that kind of thing, yes, probably worth retitling in the name of your trust. But most ordinary cars that you drive around and they're 5 years old or whatever, probably it's okay.
And a couple tidbits, you do have to have the title in order to retitle it. So you have to have the pink slip, which means you can't have a note or a loan or a lien holder on the car in order to retitle it. And also, life hack, if you have AAA roadside service, you can a lot of times do DMV paperwork in their office rather than going to DMV.
Right. Which is the reason we tell clients not to retitle their cars, because one less trip to the DMV in your lifetime will probably add years to your life. And that's a good thing.
And because it's so uncommon, sometimes it's rolling the dice when you go in there as to whether or not they'll even let you.
Right.
So we definitely had clients say, I did all the right paperwork and I went in there and they won't let me retitle it. They say it has to be done after I die. And that's not true, but maybe they don't deal with that paperwork on such a regular basis that they even want to touch it.
They know how to do it. Yeah. That's a good point. Walking into there, you never know who you're going to get. Okay. Sorry that we're not bashing the DMV.
No.
That's just the reality.
Yeah. It's just like anytime you go somewhere, right? Because sometimes if somebody doesn't know how to do it, they'll just tell you they can't. It's just rather than dealing with that. They have a lot to process. I'm sure they're not paid great. So it's just, they're doing what they can. Exactly. And it's not common. So that's what the point was.
Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Absolute Trust Talk Live. If you enjoyed listening in, then don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen by searching Absolute Trust Talk. While you're there, we would also love for you to leave us a review. And then why not share your favorite episodes with family, friends, or colleagues too? You can find all of our shows and corresponding show notes by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com. You'll also find a variety of other free resources, including our ebooks, videos, blogs, presentations, and more. If you need help with your estate planning or administration, we also offer a free discovery call to help get the process started. You can find more information on booking your session by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com/scheduling. Don't forget to keep an eye out for our next live episode. If you join us for the broadcast, you can submit questions during the show. But if not, don't worry. You can always get in touch with us by sending a quick message to info@absolutetrustcounsel.com. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon.